A few weeks ago was the summer solstice, and as part of my own seasonal ritual, I created these fairy gardens. My intention was to invoke some magic and some playfulness into our home. The morning after the solstice, the fairy gardens were sitting on a table near a sliding glass door when a hummingbird flew right up to the glass and hovered above them for a few seconds. I was surprised because we haven't seen many hummingbirds in the yard during the 7 years that we've been in this home. But even so, we haven't been totally lacking in hummingbird energy because of this beautiful little swirl in our wood floor. I noticed it soon after we moved into the house, and I gladly accepted its energy into our home. Because hummingbirds symbolize joy, but they also carry the medicine of resilience because of their ability to move up, down, forward, and backwards. Hummingbirds survive by drinking in the sweetness of life, one tiny sip at a time. All these things felt very accurate for what life has always been like within the walls of this home, but maybe not quite as true when we walk out of our home and into the larger world. Collectively, for my family of 3 that lives in this house, I would say life out there in the bigger world hasn't been quite as full of the sweet stuff in recent years, and I think that's something that most of us can unfortunately relate to. So back to that hummingbird that paid a visit to my sliding glass door after the solstice. She must have liked what she saw in those fairy gardens, because look who has made a home on our back porch. For the last 2 weeks, I've watched her working hard to create her very own home, a nest where, according to hummingbird experts, she will soon lay 2 jelly bean-sized eggs that will hatch in about 12 to 18 days. I'm in love with the notion that the indoor hummingbird energy that has always filled this house is now showing up on the outside as well, a symbol that the sweetness on the inside is spilling into our outer lives as well. Things like solstice rituals are simply ways of communicating with the interactive universe. And when we reach out, it always reaches back. This back and forth dialogue is the stuff that my life as an everyday mystic is built upon. I mean, the fact that I planted a fairy garden to call in a little magic on the 21st, and then on the 22nd, this beautiful little symbol of joy began making its home on our home, that feels like nothing less than magic to me. What sign is the universe giving to you that you can stop and notice today? If you want to live a more intuitive and more connected life, learning to stop, watch, and listen is the first step. Well, I'm going to do my best to keep our home hospitable to this tiny flying fairy, and in the coming weeks, I'll keep documenting this journey of multiplying joy. So stay tuned and stay awake to the messages that the universe is sending to you.